I ghosted my GF of 3 years after she asked for open relationship. So we dated for 3 years and I always thought our morals aligned on all the major points like politics, religion, children and monogamy. But I guess I was wrong. I got accepted for a major in public policy in one of the best universities in the world, and since it was just 1 year we decided to go LDR. I am in Asia right now and she is in USA. Yesterday we were talking and she suddenly brought up open relationships so that both our sexual needs are being met. She said it's a no-go if I am not on board. And yes, it's been difficult, but there will always be times in any long-term relationship when sex is off the table, like illness, or pregnancy, or post-birth, or just plain drop in libido. Are we going to make the relationship open every time there is a bump in our sexual life? So I said sure. I will think about it, but when we cut the call I blocked her everywhere. I just guess somehow in the 3 years that we were together, we went on different paths on what monogamy means. It just sucks right now. But I believe it's for the best for both of us. We are clearly on the lookout for something different when it comes to relationships. But what do I do about the pain in my heart? I am tempted to unghost her, although I am not going to do it. I thought she was the one I will marry, but it's a blessing in disguise that it came out before we made any major decisions about our life. P.S. I am 28 meters and she is 31 F. 3 years together. Any advice on how to lessen the pain would be helpful. And how to get over it quickly. 1. Unblock her. 2. Tell her you are breaking up because your views don't align. 3. Now she will be able to have what she wants. I know I would feel the same way in your situation. But I at least know I'd handle it 1,000 times better. God damn. 3 years and you don't even give her an explanation? Someone spent 3 years of their life on you and you just ghost them? You suck. And not for wanting to end the relationship. I understand that bit. Unblock her. Write your feelings clearly and concisely without room for argument. Send it. Reblock. Psychologically speaking, a definitive, verbalized ending will provide mental relief sooner and without the feelings of guilt for ghosting. After that, let your feelings come as they may without expectations on them. Grieve when you feel grief. Enjoy peace when you don't. Spend some time doing things you love, hobbies, watching favorite media, etc. You are a grown-up man. Act like a grown-up and talk to her like a grown-up. That's 3 years of your life with her. Explain to her why you don't agree with her instead of ghosting her. You're 28. Ghosting and blocking is a teenage move. Grow a pair and end the relationship properly. After 3 years she deserves better. Even if you're no longer compatible. Besides, if she said it was a no-go unless you were on board, then you've majorly overreacted and potentially ruined your relationship. You're adults in an adult relationship. She did the right thing and asked. Just unblock her and talk about it like adults. Even if it is the breakup talk. Just do it. Ghosting her instead of just talking to her like an adult, and either rejecting the open relationship or breaking up is a major move. After 3 years of relationship, ghosting her is a really weak and childish move. More like a teenager. Ghosted? Are you sure you're 28 and not 12? If you're not grown up enough to have a conversation about something like that, you're gonna have a hard time in life, dude. Grow up and tell her the truth instead of ghosting her. Jeez. She deserves to know everything. You don't want to? Then say no. Don't act childish and closed-minded. The thing you've been saying in your replies. By ghosting her. If you can't ask your partner hard questions and get to the bottom of it without them acting like a child, then you need some growing up to do. You need to learn that reevaluating relationship dynamics is a healthy and normal thing to do. Especially since she seemed to want you fully on board, or it wouldn't happen. If you don't want an open relationship, just say it. What you did was unnecessarily cruel. You made it seem like you were fine and instead threw a fit and blocked her on everything. Work on your emotions and learn how to talk about your feelings instead of running away from them. Your fears and insecurities will follow you with whoever you are with if you aren't open to being honest with yourself and your partner. Why didn't you just say you were not interested? This is a bit childish. Wow, you have some major issues. Who does that to someone? You've been together for 3 years. You talk as if you planned a future together. But the first time she even broaches a difficult subject, you ghost her. You didn't do the mature adult thing and say, "That's not what I want in my relationship. I'm hurt and worried about what it means that it's what you want. Help me understand." If you can't even have a damn conversation, you shouldn't be in this relationship. Grow TF up. Your communication skills are awful. You should have just told her you weren't interested and that you would like to break up. Ghosting someone after 3 years is emotionally abusive. You're the asshole in this situation. Wow up, not only did you overreact, you acted like a bratty teenager. There's also one other thing in your post that you need to reflect on. You state you always thought you aligned on all the major points like politics, religion, children and monogamy. In a 3-year relationship, it's natural to actually have these conversations. In fact, it's natural to discuss them quite early on. Not first date, but definitely no later than first 12 months. Do you both want children? What does monogamy mean to each of you? Religion and politics generally come up naturally, so you might not have to intentionally start a conversation about them. Did you really never discuss children and monogamy? Yes. You are right, sometimes in a long relationship sex is off the table due to outside things. However, in this specific instance you've described, your actual relationship changed. There is a difference between a relationship where you physically see each other often versus a long-distance relationship with no or limited physical contact. Your girlfriend openly and honestly communicated that she wanted to discuss an open relationship. During this period of no physical contact, she didn't want to discuss an open relationship forever, only while you two were in a LDR. Rather than have an actual conversation about it or ending the relationship then and there because you already knew the relationship was over, you ghosted and blocked her? You're in another country, for crying out loud. Have you given any thought to the panic and stress she's probably experiencing because she can't get hold of her partner of 3 years? Have you considered that she is probably already trying to figure out how to reach someone there too? Check on your, or that she's contacted your friends and family? You need to wake up and at least pretend to be an adult for the 5 minutes it takes you to send her a message saying it's over because you can't get past her suggestion of an open relationship. You owe her both an actual ending of the relationship and why. Yes. It will hurt her to know her honesty was the cause of the end of the relationship, but in time she will hopefully see it was for the best. I personally think ending the relationship over this is ridiculous. 3 years together and you can't discuss this and explore where she's coming from? Was it a flippant remark? Was she feeling lonely? Was it a genuine request? Etc. etc. You've done both her and you a disservice by not having a conversation about it. At least give her the courtesy of knowing the relationship is over. It's gonna be hilarious if it turns out you were already complaining about lack of sex and she brought it up because she thought that was what you wanted. I'm sorry, but in most monogamous relationships where the couple have had a discussion about monogamy and what it means to them or whatever, the only reason one side brings up open Relationships is because they think it's what the other side wants. I don't get the ghosting and blocking up. She brought up something that you don't want to bring into your relationship. You lied to her and told her everything was okay, then behaved like a wronged 13-year-old. You've behaved terribly immaturely. I think 3 years is a long time to just drop a person for raising a subject that you don't find appealing. She didn't do anything to you. She asked her partner a question. Jesus. You've loved this person for that long and you decided that just disappearing after a conversation she had no idea you were upset about was a fair and just response. Glad I can share my thoughts with my half without fear of such reprisal. End it, but tell her you're ending it. Dodged a bullet, no need to feel bad. I mean, all she did was suggest an option to discuss and you ghosted her because you didn't like it. Is that what you will do every time you potentially disagree with your partner? It might be difficult to ever have a lasting relationship if you can't even handle a discussion.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.